But we will.
All right, we live and we ready. We ready to get this thing started. Me and Mike Walker are here. We're gonna talk to you guys today. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. I hope you're enjoying your day, spending the time with your family and everything
So
like that.
all I need to do is tell them to come listen live, right?
Input or no lead in regards to Father's Day. So we're just gonna go ahead and get right into it. Of course, if you're a sports fan, you do know that Anthony Davis was traded to the Lakers. This has been the big news of the day. Everybody's so happy about it. I really don't care if you know how I am. If it ain't Miami, I don't care about it. But this is the big news of the day that Mr. Anthony Davis is a Laker now. So I'm gonna go right ahead and get into this with Mike Walker. Mike, he's now in L.A. and it seemed like the NBA rigged this thing and made sure that it happened. Because they were so distraught about their ratings. They were so distraught, they had to go ahead and rig this thing. So what is your take? And, by the way, the Lakers ain't winning next year. Okay, now you go.
What are you talking about, sir?
You know what I'm talking about.
How in the world? The Lakers gave up too much. Too much. To say it's rigged.
I mean, what they really give up? Lonzo Ball, Brandon Ingram, Josh Hart, and a couple of number one picks, including this year's number 4. That's not giving up too much.
You're giving up. Wait a minute. If I'm not mistaken, it was 3 number 1 picks, right?
Right.
And the fourth round pick, the number 4 pick this year. Oh, brother, no, that's a lot.
It ain't a lot. I don't agree. You know I don't. I know you don't agree because as you will say, the former number 6 is getting some help. He getting too much help. You don't think so? You don't know. I'm asking. You don't think he's getting too much help?
See now when I made a statement similar to that when Mr. Left OKC to go to Golden State. That wasn't too much help. You weren't saying it then.
I wasn't, because I don't have a vendetta against KD. I got a vendetta against the former 6.
Why? You should want the league to be more competitive.
And who's going to compete with that?
Now, because there's 2 players, but they still got to put together a team. Now, if they miss running and say they get Jimmy Butler or somebody like that, then that's when I'm gonna say, uh-oh. But right now they still middle of the road Western Conference team.
Oh, really? You think that the Lakers right now are middle of the pack Western Conference team?
Yeah, I mean, because they still don't have a point guard.
Uh-huh.
So, besides, they got 3 players that you know of. You got the King, Davis, and Guzman. Well, what else?
Listen, LeBron he would be, I guess you could say, the point guard. So they really don't need a traditional point guard. They already got one in LeBron. They already got him. So they just need shooters. They need shooters. For real. What you think?
And a bench.
They need a bench. I agree with you on that. But when you got a guy that is arguably the best big in the game, and then you add him with LeBron, I mean, hey, they don't have a stack team, but they pretty darn good. But they still not winning the title. Still not winning.
Man, if they get one more, see, what the thing is, they still got money for a Supermax player, but I did hear them say instead of them going out to try to get a Supermax player, they're gonna break that Supermax up to bring in some players to help build a bench and their starting lineup.
Okay, that's fine. That's all good. But my whole thing is, this is ridiculous. Be honest with you, because
you saying that you didn't say that when Katie went to the Golden State.
Because
nobody can say that when that happened.
I ain't got no vendetta.
No, but see, how can you say something and you didn't say no? Because y'all all told me I was wrong for thinking he got a. When I said that his championships were cheap. Y'all no, you can't say that. You can't say that. But now y'all you're it's like you're contradicting yourself in what you're saying.
No. My vendetta against the former number 6 does not make me contradict myself. I don't want to see that guy win. Never. It's that simple.
Why?
I just don't.
What did he do to you so bad that you don't want?
He left my team. That's why. That's why I don't want to see it. Other than that,
his Robin. I want his Robin to leave my team.
Oh, you talking about Kyrie?
Yeah, and I did hear a crazy rumor yesterday doing all those talk shows and people talking. Said that now Kyrie may want to go to LA and play with him again.
What? Why would he do that? I don't get that one.
What everybody's striving for?
I mean, a title, I get that part, but I don't see why Kyrie would want to rejoin LeBron. I don't get that. I just
titles.
Don't. I get the title part. I get that.
They don't make all those guys don't make money,
right?
Titles is the thing.
Yeah, but he left. He left LeBron. He orchestrated a trade to get away from the situation with LeBron. So I don't understand why would he want to reunite with him. That don't make sense to me.
Did he call and told LeBron he was sorry?
Okay, well, I'm so sorry. That don't necessarily mean I want to reconcile and get back together. That don't necessarily mean that.
It's all about the rings, baby.
Okay. I don't think Kyrie going to. Maybe Kimba.
So, yeah. Well, all he can. But see, Rondo. I guess Rondo only signed a 1-year deal with them.
I think he'll be back. Rondo.
So that's why. If I'm Rondo, man, sign me up for 2 years, $6 million.
You might get your wish. That might just happen.
I shoot that was. Then I keep hearing the other Curry boy name keep popping up.
I heard that too.
Yes,
that'll be a good fit for him. He'll get a lot of open threes, and he can shoot. He's not the athlete his brother is, but he can definitely shoot. So I can see him being there. Yeah, I can see that.
And there was one more. Oh, I think they said J.J. Redick.
I can see that too. I can see him being there. That makes sense. Make a lot of sense. I mean, I just don't want to see him win. And I just think the NBA orchestrated this whole thing to make it the way it is.
How do they orchestrate that? Because and it's the same deal that Magic had put on the table just.
And then that guy didn't take it. The former GM, he did not take it. He didn't take that deal. But hey, it is what it is. What it is. I still don't see them winning. I don't see them winning them. next year?
The Pelicans, I still don't see them winning because now they're trying to use that fourth pick
Mm-hmm.
to trade somebody for a star player, a veteran.
Who that? The Pelicans? The Pelicans?
Yeah. Like I said, this is what I understand that Zion is going, but I just don't see Zion being that superstar player. Do I think he's going to be good? It's a difference between being good and then a superstar. I think he's going to be a good player.
Well, you got enough GMs and a lot of people that seem to think that he going to be a superstar. There's a lot of people that believe that.
Well, see, but when they go out and say we hadn't seen the likes of him before, but that's a lie.
Who you see like him? Oh, Shawn Kemp. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I agree.
Shoot, Shawn Kemp was that type of player. Dominique was that type of player. Dominique was, but see, you ain't in the NBA. You ain't. Blake Griffin was a dunker.
Yep.
But see, but you can't just dunking the ball ain't gonna get you on championships.
No, but he'll get enough lobs. Lonzo will throw them, and Drew Holiday.
Yeah.
They'll throw them. We'll see though.
We're gonna see a lot Thursday night. That's gonna be.
We're talking about the draft. You talking about the draft?
Yeah. You see, a lot of dominoes will start to fall, and see what people gonna do.
My Miami Heat don't have a chance. They're not even in it. Not even in it. So
I mean, what's y'all draft number?
13. That's all we got. We got the 13th pick, and a bunch of bad contracts. A lot of horrible contract.
I don't even know what number Boston picking.
I forgot. I saw it somewhere. Let's see what Boston.
But I do believe that we should. I don't know. We need a
keep Kyrie and get rid of Terry Rozier.
Well, I tell you what, y'all come down and get him. Y'all
That's
can
okay.
have him.
We don't want him.
Well, why you want us to keep him?
Because he can't win by himself. Y'all got the young guys that can help him if they buy in. But if Jaylen Brown don't want to buy in, or if Jason Tatum don't want to buy in, then they're in trouble. But if he can get some young guys to buy in with him, he'll be all right. But the Celtics will be all right. The Celtics should look at it like this, Mike. They got a talented roster. Then in the East, the way it is, that should be able to help them. You know, in my opinion.
I think we need a player about 6'7", 6'8" guy that can he's interchangeable at small forward and shooting guard and shooting guard that's athletic.
What about 6'6" and can interchange? What about that?
Who according to who he is?
That's Jaylen Brown. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all got the 14th pick coming up this Thursday. The 14th pick.
14. So that's right after y'all.
Right after us. So that should be. And neither one of those teams are going to get a guy that's going to be impactful this season. Miami or Boston. According to these people that do this and follow this and scout, they say that it's only going to be 3 guys in this draft that's going to be able to do anything. So we'll find out. But I tell you a guy who's getting ready to break the bank, and that's Kawhi Leonard. But congratulations to Canada. They got their first NBA championship. Happy for them. But it was cheap. It was because the Golden State Warriors were not full strength. And if you can't acknowledge that, then you're not being real. They were not at full strength. Because if they were at full strength, and if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. I get it. But
listen,
they were not at full strength.
Listen. Don't you can't tell me that they weren't at full strength on the floor that night.
Mm-hmm.
They had Curry,
Yeah.
Green,
Yeah.
Iguodala. So they still had 3 guys that's supposed to be stars of that team on the floor.
2 of them guys you mentioned is not KD and Clay. And Clay went out in the third quarter, and Golden State only lost by 1. And Steph missed that shot. He just keeps missing clutch buckets. I don't get it.
So I don't want to hear no cheap.
It was cheap.
When
It was just like
if their championship cheap,
mm-hmm.
KD, which arguably one of the 2 best players in professional basketball, comes over to a team that's already loaded and winning.
Okay.
To make them even more dominant than they were, the championships they won with him are cheap.
Okay. You can entitled to that. No, I'm not going to
because I'm gonna put an asterisk by those championships.
You said that. I'm not putting no asterisk besides what Toronto did. I respect what they did. They won. They beat the team that was in front of them. But still, I feel like it was cheap. That's all I'm saying.
Well, hey, well, they had 2 players.
Okay.
Then you had one player that he wasn't even drafted, was he?
Which one? Van Fleet. Yeah, he wasn't.
Yeah, he wasn't even.
Yeah.
I mean,
he wasn't drafted, but he still was out there on the court, and he had a great series after his child was born.
Yeah. What's it called? What's the boy Cook? Hey, what is his name?
Cook. Who you talking about?
For Golden State.
Oh man,
he was having a good. What is his name? Cook or something like that.
He's not Klay Thompson. Come on, let's stop that.
No, he's not no Klay Thompson. But Klay Thompson took you to the third, got you in the third quarter.
And the Golden State Warriors are done because Klay won't be back till February, and Durant won't be back at all next year. So the Golden State Warriors will be lucky if they even make the playoffs next season. I don't think they're gonna make this playoffs with that squad. The way it looked now, I don't think they make the playoffs. I don't. You can't ask Steph to carry that team. Steph is getting ready to find out what it's like to be Allen Iverson. That's what he's getting ready to find out. He's going to be Allen Iverson.
No, those guys can play. They're supposed to be able to knock it down. Draymond Green, when Clay and Durant go, he's supposed to be the next man up, knocking down threes.
Who?
Draymond.
Draymond hadn't hit threes all season. He been off all year. All year. Seriously. And it's the end. It is what it is. Can't do nothing about it. I mean, all championships come to an end. Your Dallas Cowboys came to an end. Your Florida State team came to an end. All runs come to an end. It's just that simple. That's just the way it is. So it's their time. Their time is up.
Yeah.
You know, and now the NBA should be wide open. Even with what happened in LA, it's still gonna be wide open. Because if Kawhi go to LA, Kawhi in LA going against LeBron, oh, it's gonna be good. That's good basketball right there. That's good.
What if he actually decided to go to the Lakers?
Who?
Kawhi. I want you to think about that move.
I don't think he's gonna do that. But if he does, it's over. If he does it, it's over. But I don't think he's gonna do that.
Nobody knows what he's doing. But I'm just saying, if he would go to the Lakers,
I hope not. I really do. I hope he doesn't do that. Don't do it to yourself.
Why would it be over?
No. Don't do that. For me only. For my purposes only, don't do it. That's all I'm saying.
But nobody. Even if just say Kawhi don't go, they just say the Lakers get Kemba Walker.
Okay.
Oh, so you don't think they'll be good with him?
They can be good with him. They're not going to be the dominant team that people think they're going to be. Yeah, they'll be good. They'll be good, but they won't be the dominant team. That's all. That's all I'm saying. They'll be good.
But that's why I think what's his name should go there. Then
I'm like this. It's a lot of it's gonna be Philly should be mad at themselves. They should get everybody to come back, get better next year, and they should be able to challenge in the East. Boston probably gonna move on from Kyrie. Okay, so you got Rozier, Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum. Maybe they can sign Al Horford. Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. But they should be decent. Milwaukee should be better. Now that's a team that should trade for Kemba Walker. Kemba Walker in Greek would be good. That's a good match. Then it won't be a lopsided league. The NBA desperately needs some competitiveness, and they need the teams in LA to definitely be one of the teams in LA to be good. They need that. They need New York. They need to bounce back from this year because that was rough when they lost out on Clay and KD, and everybody was robbed of a good championship. That's what it was. Got to call it what it is. We were robbed because they would have got swept, Toronto. But hey, if it was a fifth, we'd all be drunk. That's simple. But I want to do something. I'm gonna do something about dynasties in the 2000s. All the dynasty teams that was in the 2000s, starting from the year from 2000, 2001, and whatever. So I'm gonna give you my top 5 dynasties of the 2000s. All right, gonna start with number 5. And see, this is showing you that I'm being objective here. All right, I'm gonna start with the Miami Heat, the Big Three area. They played in 4 straight finals. They won in 2012 and 2013. You know what happened in that embarrassing loss in 2011, finals to Dallas, and then what happened in 2014 when they got just mollywopped by the Spurs and whatever. No excuses. The Spurs got revenge from the year before. All right, so that's the Miami Heat at number 5. Number 4, the LA Lakers. The Kobe-led Lakers after Shaq basically just ate his way to South Beach. So Kobe led that era of the Lakers to 3 straight finals, winning in 2009 and 2010, and they lost to y'all in 2008, the Boston Celtics. They didn't make the list, Mike. All right, because they only have one championship. All right, the Golden State Warriors is number 3 for the top 5 NBA dynasties in the 21st century. All right, the Golden State Warriors, 5 straight finals. That is very impressive. Although their first win did come at the expense of the Cavs injury. See, I'm being objective, Mike. And their dynasty ended due to the same thing the way they got their first one. Injuries. Karma. See? That's how it works. The way you get it is the way you lose it. All right, the San Antonio Spurs is number 2. No back-to-back titles, but they did win 4 in the 2000s at one point from 2003, winning every other year till 2007. And 2014, of course, they got a revenge against my Miami Heat. That was the finals that Thiago Splitter blocked D-Wade at the rim. Danny Green couldn't or didn't miss, and Kawhi made the former number 6 work. And then he made the former number 6 turn in his South Beach gear for cold weather gear as 6 went up to Northeast Ohio. I don't think it had nothing to do with going back home. I'm going to keep saying the same thing. He saw Kyrie out there. He saw how good Kyrie was, so he went back home. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm going to say about that. All right, number 1. I know the Lakers are back on the list again, but this is a different Lakers team. This was a Lakers team from 2000 to 2003, that won 3 straight finals. That's the Shaq and Kobe version. They were a better version of Shaq and Penny because Shaq did have a guard that he played with in Orlando. Didn't win. Got to a final, but didn't win. But this guard he played with, Kobe, he won 3 titles. And then they're a lesser version of Kareem and Magic, right? No. So what do you think about my list of teams of dynasties in the 2000s?
I agree, but I think my Celtics could have been on there.
Only one championship. Only one.
Yeah. We only won 1, but we should have won 2. Because all that stuff about injuries that people talk about, you forgot we had an injury.
I know.
But cost us 1.
I know. KD.
Kendrick Perkins.
And KD.
Went down.
Yeah, Kendrick Perkins went down in the Boston series. In the LA series. I know. In the finals.
Huh?
I know Kendrick Perkins went down in the LA series.
Yeah,
when they won back to back. I know.
Yeah, we would have beat them that year.
If it was the fifth.
But that's a part of the game.
It is part of the game. It definitely is. But congratulations to Toronto. I don't know what Kawhi's gonna do. Nobody knows. But the NBA, it's bad when the day after the finals is over, or 2 days after, they say, "Oh, AD going to LA," overshadows the entire NBA finals. That's all people can talk about. LeBron and AD. Who they gonna get with him? Oh, they're the favorites from Vegas and all this other stuff. Man, forget all that. We don't know who's gonna win. Nobody has a clue.
They gotta have something to talk about.
Oh no, I get that part. I'm just they desperate for the former number 6. Desperate for him.
It's not desperate for him. It's desperate for the league to stay relevant because the big boys are going to take over all the airways.
Who, football?
Yes.
Football got a problem.
That's what's going to take over all the airways.
Football got a problem. Football got a problem.
In 2 weeks, it's all going. That's what it's all talk going to be.
I know that. Football. But give me a team in the NFL right now that is really worth talking about besides Cleveland, and they ain't done nothing.
Well, they're going to talk about the Raiders only because the Raiders is going to be on Hard Knocks.
The Raiders?
Yeah. John and Chucky gonna be Chucky.
And they still win only 5 games.
Huh?
And they'll still only win 5 games.
Only 5.
The Raiders are not gonna be good. They're not gonna be good. Even with Antonio Brown out there. They're not gonna be good. From what I understand, they made a bad draft pick that everybody's not really in love with. And then Derek Carr is still a quarterback.
You're talking about the defensive player they got from Clemson?
Yep.
Well, see, I was watching some show the other day. They had what's his name from Florida State, Zach Crockett, which is one of their scouts.
Mm-hmm.
And the guys was saying the same thing that you said, that they said that was a bad pick because they picked him and a running back from Alabama.
Right.
And from what they're claiming, those two are the 2 hardest working kids that you ever want to see.
Oh, okay.
And I mean, we're gonna see. Only time to tell. They saw something in the guys that they like.
Okay, we'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, she sure enough will.
I don't believe in the Raiders. Only team out there right now that I think that has a legitimate shot to do anything this season will be again the Tom Brady and the Belichick. That's it. I don't know about anybody else. They're the only 2 that's proven anything. Your Cowboys, I don't know what y'all got on defense. What y'all got?
We still got to say we ain't lose nobody. We just need everybody to be healthy.
Oh, okay. So you got Cooper. You bought Jason Witten out of retirement. He came out the booth because I guess he thought he saw a ring possibility. You got to keep Ezekiel Elliott from bumping into security guards and things and making all kinds of stupid things and stupid errors that he does. But I don't know what to say as regard to what about the NFL. Aaron Rodgers and Green Bay don't look like nothing. Let's see. Minnesota was supposed to be taking the next step after they finally got that quarterback in Kirk Cousins, and he did 0 last season, in my opinion. Did nothing. They didn't even make the playoffs. So, and the Bears overachieved and ended up losing at a home game against Philadelphia in the playoffs. So, and then Philadelphia don't have Nick Foles. We're going to see if Carson Wentz can stay healthy for a full season. We'll find out about that. Can Russell Wilson in Seattle get an offensive line even though he got his money? Will they get an offensive line to
Well,
protect him? So
New
I don't know
Orleans.
what to say about the NFL itself. There's just a bunch of questions besides that team that plays up in Boston, because they still got that guy
Well,
who seems to not age or seems to be still wants to play till he's 45. He's not the top quarterback, but he's playing at a top level, and that says something bad about the rest of these guys. That Tom Brady is still a top-notch quarterback. Cam Newton seems to change his delivery. I don't know what that means. The Bucs got Bruce Arians at coach. How they gonna help Jameis and those guys? I don't know. They got rid of Gerald McCoy and signed Ndamukong Suh. Ooh, wow, scared of them. And I think JPP is out for the year with them. So it's just so many questions. And then who knows how Drew Brees in New Orleans is going to respond after they got jobbed by the Rams. Rams should be good again, but is Todd Gurley going to be the Todd Gurley that he was two seasons ago? Will he be that guy? Will he be that guy? We don't know. And then don't get me started on the AFC East, because the Dolphins not doing nothing, the Bills not doing nothing, and the Jets are not doing nothing. I don't care. Le'Veon Bell's there. I don't care who's there. They ain't doing nothing. The Patriots will probably go 5-1. They'll lose some fluke game to one of them teams. Some fluke game. Pittsburgh ain't doing nothing. I don't know. It just seems, and maybe Andrew Luck can do something. Maybe he can duplicate what he did in his comeback year. But the NFL's got a lot of things going on. It's like it's the Patriots, and then it's everybody else, and then you allow Belichick to get all them draft picks and just get bodies to replace. He's just gonna throw bodies on defense. And then he may not have the wide receiver skills or the wide receiver guys out there with Gronk going or whatever, but they may get Josh Gordon if they can keep him from messing up or drinking or whatever his problem is. With Tom Brady, still got Julian Edelman. Sony Michel played a great game in the Super Bowl. They're going to get the offensive lineman back. The Patriots are stacked again to make another Super Bowl run. So it's the Patriots and everybody else. That's the way I see it.
We gonna see.
You know, and speaking of college baseball, real quick, something just crossed the screen on and got my attention. Congratulations to Mike Martin in the Seminoles. Mike, you should be ecstatic. Y'all were able to beat, they say, the top pitcher in college baseball yesterday. Y'all beat him yesterday.
Yeah.
Y'all got a 1-0 win. So y'all in the winner's bracket. So Mike Martin's on the right track to get that elusive national title.
I hope and pray, because we played the two teams, it's us and Michigan, like the last couple of teams that got into the big dance.
And y'all play Michigan tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You know, I was thinking about this with something we talked about pre-show in regards to that. You know, the NBA is going to try to really pump up their developmental league, so that's why they're going to try to get rid of the one and done. That way, guys can go straight from high school and come into the NBA, and if they truly not ready, they can go down to the developmental league, the G League or whatever.
Right.
When that does happen, get a good look at what's going on in the NCAA tournament in regard to college baseball, because that's just what college basketball is going to look like. It's going to look just like that. Very little interest except for friends and family and alumni and diehard fans of that school. Because once the NBA can get that developmental league up and running, and guys know it's a legit alternative to go get paid to play instead of going to college for a year, college basketball, it won't be the same no more. It's going to look just like college baseball.
Well, this is what I say about kids that's got parents that's got decent money that can help them like go through the college process. Those kids still gonna go to college to get a degree. Now, some of the kids that's not smart, no, not I don't want to use that word. That's not classroom savvy and can play, and that's all they know how to do is play. You know, those are the ones that still gonna try to jump college and go to the developmental league. But it's still gonna be some guys that's good, that's gonna their parents want them to go to college and get that degree first.
Okay, if the option was to skip straight to the NBA was this year, you would not have had R.J. Barrett. You would not have had Zion Williamson. The other guy that was at Duke, Cam Reddish, and a couple of other kids that were high McDonald's All-Americans or whatever high school All-American you want to name them, or high on ESPN lists or whatever. They'd have went to the league. They would have went straight to the league. I'm telling you, if Zion Williamson had not played college basketball this year, the college basketball wouldn't have got the interest it got. It got the interest it got because of Zion, because of him. He was the reason that people wanted to watch it for the first time in years. People truly want to watch college basketball in the regular season because let's be honest with ourselves, we don't pay attention to college basketball until March Madness. If we truly being honest. Yes or no?
Well, I'm a Florida State / Tar Heels type of guy when it comes to college basketball, and I'll watch just because to see what they're gonna do and hate for them to have to play each other.
Okay, let's just say the regular people who are not diehard college basketball fans like myself, I wasn't watching that stuff unless Zion was on TV. That's pretty much how it goes. Because college basketball don't have the same interest because these guys don't stay around long enough for you to get to know them. I bet you'll get to know these guys after that one and done rule is kicked in because it's going to be very few guys going one and done. Most of these guys are going to be there 2 or 3 years, so you'll get a chance to know them. And I think that's better for college basketball anyway. I think it is. Now you got to make Calipari coach. He can't just go out and buy the top McDonald's guys. Roy Williams either.
Well, Calipari hadn't been doing it the last few years. Your boy been doing it the last few years now.
Well, we know he can coach. We know Coach K can coach.
He's the one that's doing it.
Yeah, but we know Coach K can coach. Calipari, he's still suspect because with all that talent he brought on there, he only won because he had a transcendent talent in AD. That was the only reason why. All that other stuff he ain't got there. Even when Cousins and John Wall on the same team, no title.
It's gonna be fun to see what happens next year.
I don't know what college player. I mean, what high school player is what? Where they going? What team's gonna be what? Because again, college basketball is just not. It's not that interesting to me in what it does and who signs where or what the regular season looks like because it all comes down to conference tournaments and the NCAA tournament. So that's what it comes down to. Well, college football, there's people around here crying over the fact that kids are decommitting everywhere. I wish Zach was on here so I can tell him, you need to tell your fan base, I don't know why they're not used to this. These guys they're not going to the University of Miami. They're going to the situation that best fits them, however that happens. However they get there. However they get there. They're not going to the University of Miami. Miami's not an it school. I don't know why people just won't get that in their head. I don't get it.
You remember I said on the last show when we were talking about the early signing period. The early signing period should be in August.
Okay.
That's just my belief. Now, the reason I say it should be in August. Okay, if you're a senior going into your senior year and you don't visit a few schools, and you notice you don't have to sign early, but if you say that this is school that you want to go to, and this is the one that you want, put your name on the dotted line and get it out of the way.
So you don't want them to be able to change their mind.
Huh?
You don't want them to be able to change their mind. That's what you saying.
If it's any doubt that you don't want to go there, don't sign. But if you sign that letter of intent, that's where you need to be at.
So if you just verbally commit, you think that should be a binding thing?
No, I didn't. Nope. I said early signing period. The one that they have in December. I think they should move it up to August. But if you put your name on that dotted line, unless there is some rare occasion where you're saying that you change your mind because you want to be closer to your family because somebody's sick or something in the family like that, yes, I think you can get out of it that way.
So you
But
think that
just to say
basically a guy should be able to just change. So if it's over the summer, so you think when they say, okay, over the summer, hey, that's good, and then August come around, okay, before they can really sit down and think about it, okay, since you already agreed to, that you want to make this commitment, let's go ahead and get your name on this dotted line. You want a 17-year-old to make that concrete of a commitment.
You're like you just now started recruiting that kid.
I know that. I'm talking, but why would that other schools get in and try to unrecruit him to your school? Let them come in and steal him.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want no. If I got a great player, I don't want some other school to come in and take my player away. No.
Yeah. That's been going on since the end of time, and that's just the way it is.
Yes, and it's still gonna go on. Like I said, if you're not sure that's what you want to do, you don't have to sign the early signing period. That's the thing. You don't. But if you sign, that's it.
I like it. I mean, I don't follow recruiting at all, but I just think it's still gonna be the same thing. You still gonna have kids that's gonna waver, or they gonna skip instead of getting switched out in January, in the first February of or the first Tuesday in February, they gonna get switched out in July or whenever the day before the early signing period. It's just gonna happen. It happened last December. Nick Saban locked up his class in the first signing period because he got burnt the last time. He thought he could wait. Kids surprised him. Now, the last signing period, they was like, oh, yeah, he made sure he got all his kids that he needed this time. That way, he wasn't going to be pressed when it come down to the real signing day or the old signing day.
Well,
I don't get it. To me, let them have fun with it. They only live one time. Mike, let them have fun with the thing.
They having fun. What you talking about? They having fun. Here we go again. I'm going to say it again. You're not listening to what I'm saying. If you're not sure, don't put your name on the dotted line.
Well, I might sign and change my mind. No.
Well, if you wait in February and sign, and then try to change your mind, you can't do it.
I know that.
Well, then, so you know that early signing period that I want is in August.
Right.
See, and another thing, if you sign, go ahead and sign in August. Then if you ain't got to worry about all the pressure of all these coaches on you during your senior football season.
Yeah, but they like that stuff. They like the attention.
When you talk to them, they say, man, at the beginning it was fun, but then it gets hectic.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I don't, like I said, I don't follow recruiting all that much. I don't see what the difference will come in if they do it early or they do it, or they leave it in February. It is what it is. I just say the recruiting process is a once in a lifetime thing. This is a big time choice. You're choosing where you're going to spend the next 3 years, or if you're good, the next 3 years. If you're not, the next 4 years. So hey, take your time, enjoy the darn thing. And if the coaches get on your nerves, turn your phone off. You got the ability to put it on silent. That's simple.
Well, you're enjoying yourself. If you know that the signing day early signing period is in August.
Right. So just go ahead. You want the kids to go ahead. You don't want nobody to come in and try to, if you've been recruiting a kid for 2 years, you don't want nobody to say, man, I wonder why they've been recruiting him for 2 years. Let me see if I can get in and try to change his mind at the last minute. You don't, or if let's see if a kid that he been under the radar for the whole time, and you've been all over him, and then all of a sudden he have a great year, or he go to some camp, and all of a sudden everybody on him. He loses his commitment. Although you've been recruiting him for 2 years, he changed his commitment because a bigger school came in. So you want to take all that away. That's what you trying to take away.
Yes.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. You're entitled to your opinion.
Yeah, that's yes, that's the way I look at it. But I'm just, they do it in basketball. Basketball can sign early.
Yeah, but see, they've been doing it for years, so kids know that.
Yeah.
You're gonna have
Yeah,
some bumps in the
well,
road for football at
but
first.
just like you said, we used to use rotary dial phone with long cords hooked to the phone. Now new technology.
So new technology. Let's
Yeah.
do the early sign
So
up period. I don't agree. That's what you think. I like I like the fact that they do what they do. I think the kids should do it. Enjoy it. Shoot. Funk it. Whether it hurts my team or not. You know what I'm saying? But see, I
well,
don't follow recruiting like that. Because I seen where they get that where they said, well, Miami got this class and they still go 7-6. You know what I'm saying? And I get recruiting is a lifeblood of a team, or you know what I'm saying? You know, it's critical to recruit correctly.
If you don't recruit good, it'll show up.
Well, that darn list that Miami had said they was the top 10 all them years. They ain't win none of a darn ACC. They only played in one.
What I tell you what, if you have 2 bad years of recruit, it's gonna fit your program of like.
And if you have 5 straight years of good recruiting and you don't win, you only win 10 games once. What that do to your program?
Man, but look here, if you got to have good recruits to put a competitive product on the field.
Okay, I get what you're saying. All I'm saying is they recruited in the top 10 or top whatever it was, 15, 20, whatever it was, 5 straight years. They won 10 games one time.
Okay, what I'm gonna show you something now. Right now,
what?
The top three recruiting classes right now.
Alabama, Clemson, and Georgia.
Alabama, Clemson, and Georgia, right?
Right.
And who's been playing for the national championship?
Alabama, Clemson, and Georgia.
I mean, if you don't have players to compete, yes, because you got a good recruit that you can go 10-2, but you're not gonna be in that last game.
But are you getting what I'm saying? Miami's had top whatever that ESPN dumb ranking is that they do. Yeah, I say it's a dumb ranking because I don't understand it. But my whole thing is they supposedly had all these good recruits. They won 10 games one time, and only won one bowl game. For people that care about that foolishness, they won one exhibition game after the season.
In defense of a bowl game.
What about it?
So this one guy that I know, he said if you're not playing for national championship, playing for the national championship, you just say the other games don't matter.
It don't.
Okay, now if you're 18, 19 year old kid, the only thing on your mind is when. Everybody telling you you're gonna play for a national champ, and you're not playing for a national championship game. Playing a national championship game, you 9 times out of 10, you just gonna go through the motion.
Right.
Now, if you want the one of the schools that not used to being at the top, and you get a chance to go to one of those bowl games. That bowl game is your national championship game. So your kid's gonna be jacked up and go out there and play hard.
Okay.
Just a prime example. I know people gonna get mad when Auburn lost to Central Florida.
Yeah.
If they would have played Central Florida in the regular season of that year, it probably wouldn't even been close.
Okay, they had just got dish ragged in that same stadium a month earlier by Georgia. Those kids had no incentive to play that game.
Right, that's what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. Now, if they were playing for the SEC championship or something, Auburn would have been all that. And on top of that, their best running back that got hurt, he wasn't playing in the game.
Right.
So so that's what I'm saying. So Central Florida, that was their bowl, that was their national championship game. You know what I'm saying? So they are out there. So That's all I'm saying.
Okay, let me say this. I don't have a problem with your argument because it is legit with what you're saying. For this fan, I don't care about the exhibition games at the end of the year unless they are gonna play for the national title. It's that simple for me. And another thing is that's my protest against that dumb system anyway. The system is stupid. Because why would you let me get this right. So there's 16 schools in a conference. They gonna split the money anyway. They splitting it. If Clemson and Florida State go to the playoff, guess what happens? Miami, Wake Forest, NC State, and everybody else gets some of that bowl money. They all split it. You know what I'm saying? So the people that this is benefiting, it's not the players. These bowls are not benefiting the players. They're not even the dumb extra practices they're getting. It ain't benefiting the players. The bowls benefit the bowls, the city, and then the conferences and the conference commissioners, and then the coach. Because Mark Richt gets a bonus because they consider that postseason. It ain't postseason. It's it's an exhibition game. It's an exhibition game. Postseason should be if you make it to the ACC championship. That's my opinion. I think it's exploiting kids to make them play an extra game that's meaningless. I get what you're saying about UCF, and that was great for UCF. But let's be honest let's be honest. If Auburn would have played them at any time, like you said, they would whopped them.
Where I'm going to disagree with you is down the setup that they got now is where you can use those practices to start preparing for the next year.
Good for that.
Because now that you can, as long as your freshman don't play in but 4 games,
right?
He won't mess up his eligibility, and those extra practices does help.
Listen, I don't care about practice. You know that. So it is what it is. But
you got to practice to see what you got.
I don't have to practice.
No, you don't have to. But for your team to be successful, they have to practice.
They should have practiced. They're supposed to practice. I'm just not watching it. That's all I'm saying. They should practice. They're supposed to practice, and I hope they do. I just don't want to watch it. I don't want to watch a spring game. I don't want to watch a bowl game. It just doesn't have any interest to me. Maybe I'm getting old in my crotch. Maybe I'm getting crotchety in my old age or whatever it is. But those kind of things just don't excite me.
Unreasonable.
You're being unreasonable. You look at it as unreasonable because you're a college football fan. You're a college football fanatic. I'm a college football observer and a Miami Hurricane fanatic. See, that's two different things. See, I'll watch some games every now and then if it piques my interest and it's a national game or there's some talent on the field. I'm like, oh, man, that's good. Like I said last week, if it's some Miami guys out there that I might know of through somebody else, I'm like, okay, yeah, that's what's his name's kid. Okay, yeah, that's interesting. But I'm a college football observer and a Miami Hurricane fanatic. You're a college football fanatic. That's two different things. You watch Florida State play against Stony Brook College in an exhibition game if that was possible.
Yes.
I wouldn't. If Miami played somebody in an exhibition game in college, I could kill that.
If Miami was playing Stony Brook College of the Blind, and that was the game that was on TV, and it's football season, I'll sit there and watch that too.
That's good for you, because then you could tell me what happened, because I wouldn't pay no attention to that. It's just like when they played FIU and FAU last year. I just saw the highlights. And I was like, oh, okay. Because they weren't playing nobody. Those are nobody teams they were playing. So I was like, I don't want to see that. I just watched them get beat up by LSU, and they look like they quit. So why would I want to see them dominate against lesser schools? See, that's the type of fan I am, and that's where my attention span is with sports, I guess you could say. You know, it's just I don't want to see that kind of stuff. I want to see competitiveness. This is what I would like to see. I'm so serious. I would like to see an 8-team tournament with the 8 best teams, whether it be the 5 conference winners and 3 at large, however they come up with the system. Just do it. Don't keep trying to don't sell me on just what is just simply a +1. All it is you have these dumb bowl games, and then out of them 2 games where you got the 4 best teams, you take the winner of the games that you said were the 4 best teams, and then you added a +1. That's all you did. It's not a real tournament. It's not real. It's not even NCAA don't even sanction this thing. They make the rules and regulations that they got to follow in order to play in the game, but they don't even hand out the trophy. They hand the trophy out to the other divisions. Why they don't hand it out to the big boys? And why they don't step in? They need to step in and do it. They'll put a darn a Final Four in a football stadium, but they can't get a playoff. I don't understand it.
It's all about the money, man. It's all
about the money, and I get that's another problem that I got. The kids are not getting paid, but they're the ones that's risking the most. The coaches ain't risking jack, but themselves to get fired. And if they skin don't look like mine and it's a fairer skin, guess what? They get recycled. They get jobs somewhere else. But the kids are getting exploited. They don't get a dime. But you want them to play 14 games. They don't get nothing but a gift bag when they go to the bowl. Go get you some headphones, young man. You done well. You don't did a full-time job in the off season. You did weight training. You did all the film study. You did everything we needed to do. Now go get you some headphones with that $50 gift card we got you the Best Buy. And that's all them kids get. And some other stuff. I'm just saying, to me, it's just not fair. The system isn't fair. And the NCAA, for all they dumb rules and regulations that they got, they know they can come up with this. Them and the bowl people, they can come up with it. They can come up with a way to make it a legitimate 8-team playoff. They can.
It's already set up. Oh, here we go. Power 5 conference champion.
I get that. I'm just saying they haven't done it. They haven't done it.
What they haven't done it. It's in place. You got the five conference champions. Okay. Then after you get those, you have 3 at-large bids. Unless what's that? Oklahoma don't get where they have a thing. A championship, and so we have six champions, conference champions, then two at large bid.
Okay, good for them. They still ain't done it.
And rock and roll with it.
They still ain't done it. I get what you're saying, but they haven't done it.
But until ESPN. Or someone comes along and I think they should have like the national championship game down in Orlando somewhere.
Oh, they're gonna rotate it. They're gonna rotate it because they rotate the Super Bowl. I don't know if they'll ever do it. I don't think they ever will. I don't think they'll ever have an 18 playoff. They'll lead this +1 in because what it does, it generates debate. Just like how the polls did with the BCS and all that other stuff, they had to do it because the public outcry was so bad when they had all that fools that said, hey, look, y'all got to do something. And so they did it. Maybe the public outcry got to do it, or maybe the old heads got to die off, and then the people that want to see a real playoff will happen. But as long as them old heads that run the Orange Bowl, Rose Bowl, Sugar Bowl, and all those bowls, you're going to still be with this +1 foolishness that they got going on. It's better than the old system. I know it is.
Just rotate the national championship game to one of the big 4 bowls every year.
They do that. That's what they do.
Now, that's what I'm saying. So, but you still incorporate a big game.
I get it. They do all that. Like I said, everything you're saying they do, or everything that you want to implement is there. You're right. It's there to be in place, but it's not happening. They ain't done no 18 playoff. They got that 2 bowl games, 4 teams, and then whoever wins goes to the +1. They got that. That is what it is. But that's just my problem with the bowls. That's just it. Because when you look at it, look at the poor kid that was at the University of Miami that tore his knee up. And he was on his way to being a top NFL pick, and he tore his knee up in a bowl game. That's unfortunate. You know, that really is unfortunate. He tore his knee up playing and because he's a competitor. Because if any of us get into a competition, we want to win. But as a person, as a fan, and say, well, wait a second. what happens when they win? What, they get an Outback Bowl trophy? Woo, whippy-doo. Whippy-doo, they get an Outback Bowl trophy. Hallelujah, great for them. Whoa, wow. And the coach gets a bonus. That's all I'm saying. And we're the real national champion. When Florida State played Auburn that year, who played in them other little meaning? Name the other teams that played in the other meaningless bowls. Just name. Y'all played in the Rose Bowl that year. Who played in the Orange Bowl? Seriously, I want to know. Do you know who played in the Orange Bowl that year?
No,
In 2000,
no.
after the 2014 season, who played in the Orange Bowl?
Heck if I know.
Yeah, exactly my point. That's my point I'm trying to say.
But,
That's
but,
just
but,
it's a
but,
farce.
but the team,
Only thing you cared about was because Florida State played for the national championship.
Right.
That's it.
So, and the fan of that team that played in the Orange Bowl that year, I guarantee they know about who played in the Orange.
And the city of Miami loved it because they made money because they got more tourists down there to come to that bowl game. I said the people that make that will never want to see the bowl system go away is the city, the commissioners, the coaches, and the bowl people. Those people don't never want to see it go away because the city's making money because they tracking all these tourists. People go to New Orleans, they go to Miami, they go to L.A. What's not Dallas? They go to all in Atlanta. They go into all these big these cities, and it's just pouring in more and more tourist dollars. The commissioners, the commissioners don't even look at it as how many teams, what teams making the 14 playoff. They're looking at how many teams they get into the bowl because that's more money poured into the conference. And coaches get bonuses for winning bowl games because it's considered postseason. I just don't agree with that. I just don't. It's just my opinion. Pay the kids. That's my thing. Pay them. And I still wouldn't agree with it. That's why I like when McCaffrey and Fournette and all of them say, you know what, that game's meaningless. I ain't playing in that. My draft future is more important. If it ain't for the national title, I don't want to play. Devin Bush didn't play last year when Florida played against Michigan, and Florida fans jumped all up and down. Ooh, what? Yeah, but their best player didn't play. He was getting ready for the draft.
I see when that happens, I don't blame those kids. But the thing is, what that does is give that freshman next man up mentality. Let's go. Yeah. Now you getting your time to play.
That's fine.
And you get and then you working on your next year's season.
Which I don't care about till next August. Just me.
You keep saying you don't care, but see what's gonna. Your team will never get back to the top if they don't do some of these things.
Okay, but see, you're equating my not caring to them not performing the actions they still have to do. They still have to do all the practicing. They still have to do all the recruiting. I just don't want to follow it. That's all.
Well, but you're saying it don't matter, but it does matter. It may not matter to you.
Okay, let me rephrase. It doesn't matter to me, but it does matter that you have a good recruiting class. It does matter that you do spring practice and stuff like that. And the bowl games do matter because it gives them extra practices. It just doesn't matter to me. That's all. That's all I'm saying. That's it. It just doesn't. You know, it's just like the NBA Finals. Didn't matter to me. Miami wasn't playing. It's good to talk about because everybody was talking about, oh, Steph choked. Oh, Kawhi stepped up big. He's the claw. He's the man. Oh, KD, why did he come back so early? Oh, Clay is injured. He should have never came back. Or he put his, he hurt himself. Now he's going to get free. That's great for everybody to talk about. I watched not even the equivalent of the 6 games, a full game. I watched about the first quarter and was like, okay, I'll find out who won in the morning. It wasn't Miami. That's just me. It wasn't Miami, so I didn't have an interest in to sit there and watch all of it.
I watched the whole last game because I did not want what they call them to win. I'm not a Golden State fan at all.
No, well, I'm not a Golden State fan or a Raptors fan. But like I said, I had no dog in the fight. I didn't really care Golden State lost. Be honest with you, I would have liked to see them win because I'm getting tired of people dogging Steph Curry. But hey, if Steph Curry wins and loses, he's not a Miami Heat player. And the Raptors winning, Just for reference.
But since you brought up Steph Curry, boy, his wife is taking a beating on social media.
Yeah, that's what social media is. That's why when you put yourself out there, that's what happens. You subject yourself to social media craziness.
Yeah, oh my goodness, she's taking a beating. She said she wanted some attention. If she get more attention than she wanted.
Getting all the attention she can handle. All right.
Yeah,
that's 60 minutes and she get all the attention she can handle. And I tell you somebody who would like some more attention on social media, but only for this podcast purposes only, is yours truly. Listen, follow Will's Take on Sports on Twitter and Instagram at WWS_sports show. Please, if you have any comments, you can email us at willwalkershow@yahoo.com. I'd like to hear any comments or questions that you have. If you'd like to be on the show, just let me know. Just let me know. You can come on here. You can debate. Everybody don't have to agree with my opinion. Mike don't agree with my opinion. Neither do the other guys when they on here. I'm just old and crotchety. I'm just setting my ways. But I love sports.
I agree.
I do. I really do.
You love soccer, man. You love soccer.
I love soccer too, but if soccer played meaningless games, I say soccer play meaningless games. Like they getting ready to play an Asian Cup or whatever cup that is in the preseason. It makes the local people money, and it gets the guys prepared for the season because it's practice. They get, get to go against different people. Hey, but it is what it is. I'm not watching a minute of it. I'll see it when it starts in August. I like the real stuff. I always use my team, Manchester City. I know what is real though. That Copa America. Woo, boy, you talking about some physical soccer? That is physical, buddy. That thing is physical. That is ridiculous how physical that football, that soccer tournament is being. Congratulations to the United States ladies. They got a beating. They took some flack for that 13-0 win. Stop them from scoring. Then they won't celebrate. That's my motto. And I'm an old hurricane. Don't let me score, then I won't celebrate. Just saying. All right, Mike Walker, say a prayer for somebody, people, because prayer changes things. I'll holler. Be easy, Mike.